Hey guys, it's Leanne, the crafty little ninja. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a Studio Ghibli Kiki's Delivery Service Jiji charm. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw this little guy part of a big bag charm order from my friend Tsum Tsum Bop, who has this lovely picture as a bag charm. This tutorial is a collab with BerryWhimsy. She's doing a tutorial on a Totoro and soot spray keychain. The link to her tutorial is in the description box below. The tools you need for this project will be listed in the description box below. Check it out! The colors I'm using is Premo, black, purple, pomegranate, white, and light pink. First, take your black clay and roll out a small oval for his head and a round cone for his body. There's no set size, so just make sure the head is proportionate to the body. Next, with a large dotting tool, mark where his eyes will be and indent each eye hole. Make sure they're the same size and very large, larger than you think. As you can see, I keep going back and making his eye sockets bigger. Next, take 2 small balls of white clay. They don't have to be perfect size, and put it in his eye sockets, and using the same dotting tool, flatten his eyes in, filling in the big eye sockets. Try your best to make them the same size. Using a small dotting tool, I then indent the pupils, and I want them kind of close together, close to the center. And once I'm happy with that, I take a small strip of black clay, roll it into a very small snake, and I'm cutting it to a smaller piece and placing it with my tool for his pupil. And I'm taking a tiny bit of light pink clay, making it into a very tiny triangle and placing that in the lower center of his face with the triangle pointing up, and that's going to be his nose. Then I rolled out a snake of black clay and made it pointy at the 2 ends, cut it in half, and these are going to be his ears. So I'm just placing it on his head for size reference. And once I'm happy with that size, I take it off, and I'm now taking my purple clay, rolling it out with my dotting tool so it's very thin, and using my razor and tool to cut 2 small triangles. And I place the purple triangles on either end of his ears. And with my TLS, I'm just putting that on his head before attaching the ears. So the purple triangles are on the outside of his ears, and I'm using my blending tool just to make sure everything is secure and to blend any black in. Next, I take my rounded cone, and with my silicone blending tool, I mark where his hind legs and his front legs will be. I indent and blend his legs until I'm satisfied with the shape. I sometimes pinch where the toes are, and you can also add clay and blend it on if you want. But here I'm just pushing the clay in and blending as I go. So my pet body design kind of evolved to this one. Since a lot of people order them as bag charms or keychains, I don't like to have all the limbs sticking out and with the risk of things chipping off or breaking. So this way the body is pretty much one whole unit. And I'm just making sure that the head and the body looks proportionate. I'm taking a long head pin and sticking it through the top of his head first, and then through the rest of his body. I spin it a few times just to make sure it will go through, and re-stick it from the bottom up. And then I'm taking a little snake of clay, curving it a little bit, putting a little bit of TLS on his back, and placing his tail. And I use my blending tool to blend the bottom part into his back. Now for his bow, I'm taking the pomegranate clay and making sure it's the size I want. So right now I'm just making the two balls of clay about the same size, so I just roll them between two fingers until they both feel like they're about the same size. And then with my dental tool, I'm just making two indents for his bow, and I'm making a very tiny red dot for the center of the bow. I put a lot of TLS. It's going to help the head stick to the body and help keep the bow attached to his body as well. Put the little dot on and turn it around and add more TLS to the back of the bow, and this is just for more security for the bow. So he's all ready to be baked. An option is to add a little flour to his ear if you want to, but that's totally up to you, and baked according to instructions. I'm using DuraClear Polyurethane Gloss Varnish Glaze for my charms. I use an open paper clip to hold the top of the charm and apply a thin coat of glaze to the charm. I apply 2 to 3 thin coats to make sure that my charm will be extra glossy. And we're all pal. If you decide to make your own, I'd love to see your creations. Tag me on Instagram at the Crafty Lilninja, and so I can feature all your pictures. Don't forget to check out BerryWhimsy's tutorial with her Totoro and Soot Sprite keychain. Here are some of her creations. You can find her on Instagram, and she just started in Etsy, and of course check out her YouTube channel. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please hit that like button and let me know what's your favorite Studio Ghibli character. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Mahalo and aloha!
Take it out.